to my April wrap up. So we finished out the first part of the magical readathon for this year, and I failed. So I had all the big talk. Obviously my actual character was here. Oh my gosh, the weather is turning. Anyway, distracted. I gave you all the big I am about how I was going to read 16 books. Now, let's face it, we all knew that wasn't going to happen. It might have happened, but sadly, I didn't adore many of the books that I read. In fact, I had 2 DNFs, which I'm really, really sad about. And I've already sent them on their way, so we will have to make do with the picture over here when I discuss them. But let's make this super quick. I just want to really give you some feedback on how I did and what I thought of the books. So I'm going to go in the order of the callings that I wanted to achieve. Now, I did say that I'll give myself till August, and I am going to have to call in that extended time. So, never mind. So Dreamwalker was supposed to be my first calling that I was aiming for. And for Dreamwalker, the first book I was supposed to read, I don't have it up here with me. James? Yeah. Could you bring the stack of books from last month up, please? Let's get a little beverage in here going.
Get these chappies.
Yeah, thank you. We just pop them here. Thanks. Love you. Appreciate you. Assistant. You seen the weather?
I know. It's better for filming though.
Pretty cool.
It is pretty cool.
What was I saying? Yeah, so the first book I was supposed to read was Song of Achilles. Did I even pick this up and try and read it? I think I did. I think I might have opened it to the first page and I was already in my reading slump. And I really want... Oh, it's really raining now, so I'm so distracted by the weather. It's just kind of changed from being lovely and sunny to really rainy, but it's kind of cool. Yeah, the Song of Achilles. I loved Circe, so I haven't forced myself to read this because I want to read it when I'm in a really good space and give it my best shot of loving it. Because it's one book that people comment on and say, oh no, I really enjoyed that. So I didn't get to that, but I absolutely will before August. Second book. Oh, I do have that one here. Oh, I definitely should have put my tea down. Just needed a hot bevy, you know. Second book was Daughter of the Moon Goddess. I listened to this one on audio, so that helped me get through it. And I gave this one 3 stars. I don't put my stars on Goodreads if my rating is less than its average, because I don't want to. That's why. But if I give it 5 stars, I always put it up. If I give 4 stars, I will put it up as long as it doesn't already have over 4 stars. In this, I can't remember what this has. It's very popular. People absolutely love this, and it's such a beautiful book. I do love it. I think for me it was the pacing. I think. Yeah. I'm really, really sad. I really wanted to love this book, but sadly, I just don't know. I gave it 3 stars. I don't know whether to keep it and give it another chance because I was in a reading slump and I just don't know. It's just, the weather is weathering outside. I don't know. If you feel I should give this book another go, please feel free to comment down below. It might have been even just listening to it through the audiobook. Maybe I needed to actually sit down and read it with my eyeballs. I mean, it's such a beautiful edition, it's hardly, you know, a hassle to keep hold of it. So yeah, let me know if you think I should give it another go, but sadly it was a miss for me. The next book I was supposed to read is Ready Player One, and I am reading it. How many pages am I in? What does that say? Oh, I'm only 26 pages in. But that opening chapter had me. And I'm loving it. So I will add this to my this month's TBR probably and finish it, because it just grabbed me straight away. So yeah, really, really surprised at that opening chapter and loved it. I can't wait. Willy Wonka meets the Matrix, indeed. That shocked me when I read that little thing on the front. What are those called? Those little things on the front. Quotes. Next book. Oh, Mad Honey. Okay. Let me hold her up. So Mad Honey I did read. The first half of this I really enjoyed. Yeah, I think I was really enjoying it. I loved the moments where what do I give this book? Mad Honey. 3 stars. Yeah, so I loved the way we kept going back to the beehive and talking about how bees and how we look after a beehive and just the metaphors, and it was all very beautiful. I ate it up. The twist in this book is it's not mentioned anywhere. I don't think. Just double check. No, it's not mentioned anywhere. So the twist in this book comes out of nowhere, and it really changes the tone of the book. Now, it was great, but it's quite jarring. So I think it was done really well, but I kind of feel like I would have liked to have known. It just changes the tone of the book, and as I say, I can't talk to you about it or tell you because it's a major spoiler. I sort of think I saw it coming, but not very early on. So I think for the reason that it felt jarring, like the first half of the book and the second half of the book were almost different, telling different stories, and I was really enjoying the first story, and then I was thrown. So I did. The second half, I can't really talk about it. The second half is really important discussion, and that's not really what I was here for. So yeah, but again, it's a beautiful book. I always unhaul books if I give them less than 3 stars, but I think I obviously gave this one 3 stars, so I think I'm going to keep this one for a while. Maybe when I have a brutal unhaul, because I do have so many books. Right, next one. Oh, an offer from a gentleman. Oh no. 2 stars. 2 stars. I'm afraid this is a case of I adore the TV series to the point of obsession. I'm literally counting down the days. My husband and I are going to have a date night, Bridgerton date night on May the 16th, and I can't wait. I'm so excited. I literally cannot wait. This book, An Offer from a Gentleman, is about my favourite brother, Benedict, and no, I did enjoy this more than the other 2, and I have kept Penelope's book, the next book, Penelope and Colin's book, because I do actually just want to see what I'm about to see, but see what it's like in writing. But yeah, I've decided I'm going to unhaul these books because I certainly wouldn't reread them again. It's not, I don't hate them. I've been entertained, but yeah, they're not for me. But what the writers have done at Netflix to turn it into a series is absolutely exquisite. So I'm grateful for that. The next one is, on my unread pile, Magpie, and I was so excited to get to this as well. Definitely going to read it. Although, when I really thought about it after I did my TBR video, when I decided to dress up as my character, I realised it's called Magpie. So it's obvious that this person, because you know magpies, they sneak their babies into nests, don't they? And then the babies like kill off the babies that should be in the nest. So it's going to be something like that, isn't it? The woman that comes along. And when I realised that, and it's my slow brains, it's my slow brain's fault, but I don't know if I'm as into it, but I'm definitely going to give it a go. And I really do hope I like it. So we'll see. So we will get to that. Legend of Dear Page, of course I read that. It was very good actually. I do hope that G at Book Roast is actually going to write books set in this world. I think they would be so good. I would buy them in a snap. So okay, so that's Dreamwalker. So left to complete is Song of Achilles, Ready Player One, which I've already started, granted I'm only 25 pages in, and Magpie, which I haven't started, so that's okay. Anyway, Illusionist Rogue, my second calling. So the first book on that one I have already sent on its way. It was the, what was it called? The Mysterious Society of Lady Scoundrels. No, that wasn't for me. And weirdly, and I'm not the first person to say this, I didn't enjoy it because I didn't like the flying house. I don't know. It just didn't, the writing style wasn't for me. The flying house surprised me, and not in a good way. I don't know why this got to me and other comments that I've seen so much, but yeah, I didn't feel like the house needed to fly. This whole sort of which I thought I would love, but actually for me it didn't work. The pirate flying the house, no, sadly. And the thing is, I kept thinking to myself, is this because I'm in a reading slump? Is it me? Am I in a bad mood? But there's only so much time in the day, and I really do think I was really having to force myself, and I think as floppy and beautiful as that book is, I would much rather pass it on to someone else that's going to really enjoy it than kind of keep it unnecessarily. And then so I did count that book though, because I did read enough of it. I think I can't remember, but I read enough of it to count. And then The Wishing Game is the second book for Illusionist Rogue, and I haven't read it. I really want to though. I can't wait to get to it. It sounds lovely. V.E. Schwab has blurbed it, so it says it's clever, dark and hopeful. A love letter to reading and the power that childhood stories have over us long after we've grown up. I mean, yeah, that is. And I've chosen 6 fairy loot books. I don't know if you can see them in the corner there for my TBR this month. Because I usually get to 6 books, but if I can do more than that, then obviously I'll be reaching for this pile of books that I didn't quite get to. So, and I will read these before August. Oh, and then oh no, I told you it wasn't a very good month. The next book is Weird Sisters by Terry Pratchett. Oh, I'm so sorry, Louise. Louise is one of my bestie friends and she adores Terry Pratchett. So I'm reading all the way up to, I've promised to read up until Guards because that's her favourite Terry Pratchett. I really thought I would enjoy Weird Sisters. I gave it 3 stars. It was okay. The ending was like more interesting and exciting, but I found Granny Weatherwax not as interesting in this book. Again, I am willing to blame my mood, so I'm obviously keeping this for now because I absolutely adored Equal Rights, so I was absolutely convinced it was because of granny weatherwax, but I don't know. But I'll carry on. We'll see how we go. Why didn't I like it? There was a lot of, I feel, Terry Pratchett's humour at the front of this, which it just isn't for me. I don't really read comedy writing. It doesn't appeal to me. So that's not Terry. God rest his soul. That's not his fault. Just me. What was next? Oh, and so if I get round to the wishing game, I'm done for Illusionist Rogue, so perfect. And then finally, Story Weaver. I was to read A Mouthful of Birds, and as you can see, I'm about halfway, I would say, through this. So these are short stories. The first 2 or 3 I thought were absolutely brilliant, and then sadly I DNF'd one. Yeah, the next sort of 2 or 3 I haven't been really enjoying. But the first 2 or 3 I thought were genius and amazing. So there's everything to play for this one, and I'm really enjoying it. Really strange, really weird, thought-provoking. The person I don't know if she's read it, but the person I'd recommend giving this a go would be Books and Lala, because she loves weird and she loves short stories. So that's the kind of energy I would Kayla at Books and Lala. That's kind of person I'd recommend this to. But then if you've read Samantha Schweblin's book Fever Dream, then you should know exactly what you're getting into. It's weird. So, the next one, sadly, is on this side of the room. It's Every Dead Thing. I am going to get to this. I just haven't got to it yet. There's no pressure. I have to like this because it's one of my husband's favourite authors. So, we'll see. But yeah, sadly, again, I didn't get to it, but it goes on the pile to get to before August. The Atlas Paradox, I started listening to. I had the audiobook from the library, but the reading slump had thoroughly set in, and I realised that I was listening to the book and I just had no idea. I had no idea what had happened, so I gave that. I still have it. I stupidly thought, well, not stupidly, let's be kind to ourselves, I really did think I would get round to finishing listening to it before the end of the month, or even in this last week. I've given myself a couple of extra days and I still didn't do it, so let's just step away. Maybe I'll read the Beautiful Fairy Loot books, and maybe that will help me on my way to getting back into the mood. But yeah, I am still really excited to read that. I will read it again before August. And then for that one I just had to read The Legend of Dia page again, so done that. Okay, so the next one is The Last Tale of the Flower Bride, which is over there. Forgive me for not stretching. I'll put a picture of it here or here. I'm not sure I'll put it somewhere. And again, I didn't get to it, but I plan on reading that this month, so that's all good. Go and check out my TBR for May, and I'll have a chit chat about it there. And then, so this is for Apothecary Keeper, by the way, so this is like an extra thing. And every morning the way home gets longer and longer. So for Apothecary Keeper you had to read books that have flowers on the cover, by Frederick Buckman. So this is 76 pages long, and I cried for 70. It's beautiful. I gave it 5 stars. One of only 2 books that I gave 5 stars this month, and actually really thoroughly enjoyed. And I would say, so this is about a elderly gentleman with dementia. So it is really sad, but I would say it's written in a way that celebrates the fact that you have things to lose, that the loss happens because it was there to lose. And it's kind of like an evaluation of you know, maybe we weren't perfect, but we were us, and it's stunning in it. I don't know, in 76 pages it manages to analyse so many different relationships. Yeah, I don't know. It's really good if you just want to have a really good cathartic cry, or have a reminder of humanity being awesome, which I think we could all do with currently. And then books that I actually got round to reading as extra include The Story of a New Name, 5 stars. Absolutely loved this one. I think this is lots of people's favourites in the Neapolitan series. This was so good. It was absolutely brilliant. Why? Just the writing style appealed, the pacing appealed, the audiobook's really lovely to listen to. I love hearing about these characters and their crazy relationships and the time period and the setting, and yeah, I can't, there's no notes, it's just brilliant. Yeah, read it. It's like, if I have to explain, so it's by Elena Ferrante, and it's like a saga, I would say, like an Italian saga set in the 50s, I believe, or it starts then. Maybe, I think it's 50s. Anyway, it's so good, and all of the characters are just given such, yeah, it's brilliant. Brave Not Perfect. I was recommended that by a client, and yeah, it didn't really, it was a nice reminder. That's what I would say. It was a nice reminder, but it didn't sweep me off my feet. I didn't rate that one either, because I just didn't, I don't think it was for me. So I just thought, I'm just going to leave that alone. And then finally, and this is the most shocking, and I don't have it with me because I've already unhauled it, along with the other 2 in the series that I owned, The Thursday Murder Club. I didn't like it. I'm not that shocked though. I thought there was a chance I would like it, but it's just written in that, I don't know what you would call it, but slightly humorous, tongue-in-cheek kind of, yeah, it's just not for me. So I did push through. I think I read like 80% of it, but I just thought, I actually don't care. I don't care about any of these characters, and I don't care who killed who. And again, it could have been my problem. It could have been my actual problem. It could have been my reading slump. But that's where I left it, and I did get quite excited about the fact that I could unhaul 3 books. I would like to just point out as well, I found all of those in the charity shop, so I paid like £1 for them, and I'm going to return them to the charity shop, so someone else will see the set of the hardbacks and snap them up, and that will make their day. Oh, actually, am I taking them to a charity shop? My husband might be taking them to his workmates to see if they want to read them, but then they'll go to a charity shop. Anywho, so I think that is it. I didn't get around to Sundial, but that's okay, because this is my companion, as discussed. This is my forever companion. I'm just going to carry this around forever, and one day I will read it. This was so that I could earn my fox for my character for the magical readathon, but actually there was a fox, an actual fox, because, you know, some might argue this is a wolf, I'm not really sure, but there was definitely a fox on the Thursday Murder Club. So the magical fox is earned. I will officially claim that as earned, but I still want, I'm not putting this away, so I really want to read it. And then finally, the prison healer. Sarah J. Maas blurb this, that's all I need to know. And I'm really excited to get to that. I just didn't get around to it yet. And again, I'm not going to put this away because I just want to make sure I get to it. That's why. I've had it for a really long time. So I'm just, I've got a little pile there of books I need to get to before August. And yeah, all in all, I really hope I have a much better reading month this month. Not least because I'm reading my fanciest, most expensive books, all my Fairy Loot books. So wish me luck. Anyway, hope you're well. Hydrate. See you next time. Bye. I just wanted to show you why. Sorry, I can hear the neighbour's birthday party going on. I just wanted to show you why I was so distracted by the weather. Look at it, and it was blue sky when I started filming. So this happened whilst I was filming, and my husband finds it very important to say this is my back garden and the lawn is under construction. By that we mean I asked him if he would grow me a wildflower garden here, and then if we could just make this grass mossy rather than grass, because then we don't have to mow it. And he's doing that, so we do have little shoots, but we can't go out and have a look at them. I'll show them off at some point. It's going really well. Anyway, let's go back in, because what do you want?
I can go out and have a look at them if you want.
Have you got your shoes on? You got slippers on, you can't go outside. Anyway. Silly man. Go outside. Look at that. Slippers are for indoor use. Anyway, let's leave my neighbours to their...
Please like, subscribe, and let me know your thoughts in the comments on any books I've mentioned here, or indeed what you read in April. Thanks for your time. Bye!